Hello guys and welcome to Laravel 7 tutorials. So guys, in the previous video we successfully implemented our master layout for backend using Bootstrap SB Admin 2. And in this video we are going to create two pages that are related to admin dashboard or admin panel using our master layout for backend. And other than that, I'm going to remove the unnecessary JavaScript and CSS files. So let's start and let's create our pages. And for that, I will open Git Bash. I have already accessed my project directory and folder. So let's run our project. I will write PHP artisan search. Okay, it is up and running and XAMPP is already running right here. Okay, so let's access our project. Okay, and let's hit the route master, which contains the master layout. Okay, so right here, so let's use this master layout and create a dashboard page. And let's move to Sublime, resources, views, backend. So guys, let me show you the master layout right here. So every specific page content will be right here in this section where we say yield content. So I will just cut this heading, that's it. Okay, now let's create a new file inside the backend folder, not in the layout, because layout is going to contain the files that are related to our layout. Okay, so I will just right click on backend, create a new file, let's save it, and the name of the file would be dashboard.blade.php. okay, so now let's extend this master layout in our dashboard page. So what I'm going to do, @extends backend.layout.master. okay, now let's check this dashboard page, and for that I will move to web.php. Now here I'm going to create a new route. Remember that guys, these are just the configuration routes, and when we are going to implement our functionalities, we are going to return the views from the controller and not from here. Okay, just remember that these are just the configuration route to check everything. Okay, and this time it would be dashboard. Okay, and this would be a closure function, nice and simple. Okay, and here let's say return view backend, and this time our dashboard page. That's it. Okay, now let's hit this route, and for that refresh and let's hit our dashboard. Okay, so now you can see we are on the dashboard route, and we can see our layout that is successfully extended. So now let's create all the necessary section like title. You can see right here it will change just now when we create a section. Okay, let's move to dashboard, and right here let's create a section @section. This time it would be title. Basically in this case, this section we are using this yield title section, okay, for the title purpose. And let's end this and section. Okay, and here we are going to have, let's say we didn't decide our blogging system name, so for now I will keep it blogging minus dashboard. That's it. Now we will see this in the title section. I will just copy this and okay, right here, paste it right here, paste it right here. Okay, so this section would be for styles. Every page is going to contain specific styles like CSS. Okay, so if there is any, we are going to implement right here in this section. Okay, and this would be the content section, main content section of every page, which is going to be unique in this case. Okay, and right here scripts. Every page related specific JavaScript will be right here. You can see, you will see this in this video, that why we create each and every section specifically, because in this case each and every page is going to have a specific CSS and JavaScript, most of the time JavaScript. Okay, so that's it. Now I need the heading, and for that I will move to my downloads folder, downloads sbadmin2 right here, and I will access blank page. Let's open it with Sublime. I'm getting the heading so I don't miss any class. Control F, blank page, not this one, this one right here. Copy this. Okay, and let's just close this. Okay, let's place it right here. Now let's place a heading, dashboard. That makes sense. Let's align our code. Simple. Okay, let's refresh, and now you will see the changes. Okay, right here you can see the title, the heading, and here we are going to have our dashboard related page content. And for that, once again, I will move to for the configuration of dashboard page, I will move to again sbadmin2, and in this time I'm going to access the index.html. Let's open it with Sublime, and let's open it with Google as well, so I can show you what we are going to do. For our dashboard, I'm going to create, or I will need these cards right here. So I will just search for it in the Sublime, in the index.html. Let's copy the name earnings. Let's say Control F, earnings. Right here you can see it is inside a row, and we don't need this container fluid. Why? Because we are defining it right here. Okay, so we don't need this. Okay, so I will just copy the row, the first row. I will see where this row ends with the underline sign. I can see the other div where it ends, or the ending div. I will scroll. Right here you can see here the first content row div is ending, and here we have another content row div, or you can see the second one. So I will just copy everything up till right here. Let's copy it and paste it right here just below this. Okay, let's refresh. Okay, so now you can see our cards are right here. Now in my case, maybe I'm going to use 8 cards like this, or maybe 6. If we are going to use 6, we can get in, let's say, 3 cards a row. So for now I will keep it 8, and I'm not going to copy and paste the code. I will just use the loop to get multiplication of this row. So what I'm going to do is, let's say right here @for $I equals to 0, $I less than 2. This means it has to run 2 times, and $I plus plus. That's it. Now I will watch for the div class row ending, so I can end my for loop right before it, and for. Let's refresh and check. Okay, so now you can see we have our 8 divs. Okay, so I hope this trick helps you. Okay, so we don't need to define, you can see all this code again and again. Okay, next maybe I need this chart, or maybe later in this video we are not going to use this chart, but for now I want to create a template for a dashboard. So I will just create this div, and I will look for it in the dashboard or index.html. So I will just go down right here. This is a chart. Yeah, we want this section, so I will just again click on the row, the second one, and I will check for the ending right here. So I will just copy it right here up till here, copy, and once again just below this div, because this is another row, I will paste it, align our code. Let's refresh and see what we have. Okay, so we have 2 divs. I don't need this one, so I will just remove this. This is related to, I think, area chart. Yeah, right here. This one, yeah, I don't need this one, so I will just remove it. Okay, and I want this div to be of 12 column, 12, and let's say call -md -12. That's it. Okay, that's it. Let's refresh. Okay, so now you can see our div is configured, but we can't see the chart. Why? Because we don't have necessary JavaScript that is required. And once again, maybe in the later videos we are not going to use this chart. Maybe I will use Google chart, so just keep that in mind. And for now I just want to configure so you can get the idea. So what files are required for this? Basically this is a chart, so I will look in the index.html. Go down. Right here you can see this is using chart PyDemo. This is a pie chart. Okay, I know it. Okay, so I need the demo folder from the JS. I will move to Bootstrap SB admin to JS, and I will just for now I will just copy the demo. Copy, and let's open new window. Open a new window so we can access project directly. XAMPP, htdocs, and dashboard, no, blogging, and inside blogging public, backend, JS. I will just paste it right here. Okay, now let's define the pie chart related JavaScript in our dashboard related file. Okay, so this is where these sections are very useful. Let's create tag scripts, and in this case source is, let's say, let me open it up for you so there is no confusion. Okay, that's it. Okay, so we want from backend. As you guys know, this asset is going to drop us right here in the public folder. Then I'm defining the route backend JS, then it would be demo, yeah, demo, then it would be chart minus py minus demo, chart minus py minus demo.js. let's see. Okay, let's see if it works. Refresh, and we can't see anything. Why? Let's see. Inspect. Let's move to console. Okay, so chart is not defined. Okay, so in this case I think this pie chart is using another chart class, so I will just look for it. Let's check our index.html. This is related to demo. Yeah, right here it is using this chart.min.js. so let's look for this JS file. It's inside vendor chart.js, vendor chart.js, and I need chart.min.js. this one I will just copy it, move to a directory, project directory, demo, and in this case I'm going to paste it in the, yeah, done. Okay, now let's refresh once again. Oh, we didn't included our file, so this is the necessary point. Copy and paste. Okay, asset, and this time the file name is chart.min.js. let's refresh and check. Refresh, and once again chart is not defined. Okay, because this class, this chart.min.js is the parent of this class, so we need to, because this chart minus py minus demo is using chart related jQuery from here, so we need to include it first at the top. Let's move it up. No, yeah, let's refresh. Okay, so now you can see our chart is working. So this is how we configure our dashboard, and if we need anything else right here, we will configure it later while going with the flow. So now it's time to create a categories page. So what I'm going to do in this case, I will just close it for now. Let's move to resources, and once again I'm going to create, I will just remove this index. Okay, I will just create another file inside backend, new file, and the name would be, let's say, categories.play.php. okay, I will copy everything from this dashboard class and paste it right here. I will remove the JavaScript because we don't need it right here. Okay, so now you can see the use of sections. Let's change the heading. This time it would be categories, and let's remove everything from the content because this page content is going to be different. Right here, let's remove everything. Okay, let's change the title to categories. That's it. Now in order to see this page, we need to create a route, configuration route get, and this time categories. Okay, function, and let's return the view. This time it would be backend dot categories. Okay, let me fix this. Okay, so now let's access the category. Yeah, okay, so there is some error. Let's fix this. Okay, so I think I'm missing something. Yeah, right here, semicolon. Okay, so now you can see we have our categories page, and in this categories page we are going to have a card, and that card is going to have a heading, a button for adding a category, and there would be a table that would be a data table in which we can search and sort, etc. So for now I will look for the cards. Not here. Yeah, right here. From here we can use this simple basic card. So I will just access cards.html from Bootstrap SB admin. Main directory, cards.html, right here. Let's open it up. Open with Sublime, and I will look for the basic card example. This one right here. Just copy it. Okay, so you can see it better right here. This one, basic card example. Just search for it and you will find it. Okay, let's paste it right here. Then F12. That's it. Nice and simple. Not here. We need to refresh right here. Okay, so now you can see the difference. Okay, now it's time to get a heading here and a button here so we can move forward. Okay, so this time in place of this I want categories heading. Okay, and inside this header div I want to create an anchor on which we are going to open a modal later so we can add categories. And for now it should be empty, and let's say class would be float minus right. Okay, btn minus success. That's it. Let's get some text. Add category. Let's close our anchor. Let's refresh. Now you can see we have a button, but I want to align them in the same line, so let's fix this first. Okay, sidecar right here. Let's apply some classes. Flex, and other one was, let's say, what can we use? Flex row. Let's say align items center. Okay, let's refresh. Okay, now it is working. And justify content between. Okay, refresh. Okay, so now you can see we have our categories page up and running. Now on click we are going to get a modal, but we will do that when we start our categories. Basically in this case we are going to start with the categories, but for now we first have to implement our front end, and after that we are going to change the routes after login, etc. And then we are going to implement our first functionality, that is going to be categories. Okay, so let's change these links because you can see we can't get to our pages like dashboard. On click I want to access dashboard page, so let's move to sidebar, layout, sidebar, and whenever a user click on this link I want to move to. Now here you can see a useful method that would be just define URL like it's a method, and whatever URL you are going to define right here, we will be redirected to that specific URL. In this case, let's say I want to move to dashboard, not this one but this one. Okay, so let me just tell you first what it is going to do. We are defining a URL right here, and whenever we are going to click on this link, it is going to get us right here on this URL, okay, slash dashboard. So I am defining this URL, this is related to this one right here, slash dashboard. Nice and simple. And for categories, let's take a guess. It's time for you to take a guess. Where are we going to be redirected to? Just guess it. Okay, so it would be categories. I think you guessed it right. Okay guys, yeah, so in this case, when we are going to click this link, we are going to this categories URL, which is defined right here. Okay, you must have defined your URL if you want to use it. That's it. Refresh dashboard, and we are on the dashboard. Let's hit categories, and we are on the categories. So now our dashboard is up and running and it is working perfectly fine. Let's remove the unnecessary files that we are not using, and for that, for now, I will just close each and everything. Okay, from the master layout, I am going to see which files we are not using. SBadmin2 and not SBadmin2. Let's move to our project directory, public, backend, CSS, and here we have only one file, and I think we are using it right here. Okay, so we don't need to delete it. I will just close this SBadmin2 so there is no confusion. Yeah, backend. Let's move to JavaScript, and here we have a demo, and in this case we are not using this data table because we are going to use a package, and we are going to use database related JS later in this video. But first of all, I want to tell you I'm going to use a package for data tables. Okay, it is going to help you a lot. And we are not using this bar and nor this area, so I will just delete it. Okay, let's move to backend once again, JS. Okay, we are using all these files now. Vendor, let's move to Bootstrap, and from Bootstrap I think we are only using this bootstrap.bundle. Okay, so we are not using this SCSS. I will just remove it. JS, and from this JS I am only using bootstrap.bundle.min.js, so I will just remove everything. bootstrap.bundle.min.js. Yes, let's get back, and now we have only one file. Okay, let's move to jQuery. You can see it right here. If there is any confusion, we are only using this file, okay, for our layout. Okay, now from jQuery we are only using jQuery.min.js, so I will just remove everything. Delete. That's it. Okay, from jQuery easing we are only using, let's see, jQuery easing main.js, this one, so I will just delete this one. Okay, let's move back, and I think we are using all.min.cs in our pages. Yeah, at the top right here. Yeah, we are using this, so I'm not going to remove it. Okay, let's move back, and web fonts. From web fonts we are using each and everything. From vendor we have removed the unnecessary file. From JS we already did, and from CSS we already did. So let's refresh our page to see if we didn't break anything, if everything is working perfectly fine or not. Dashboard. Okay, so everything seems working perfectly fine, and that's it from this video. And in the next video we are going to configure our master layout for our front end pages, like the basic web pages that every user is going to see, that is related to blog, about, contact us, etc. So guys, that's it from this video. I hope you guys liked the video. If you liked it, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you. Take care. And yeah, be ready. Okay, take care.